So good morning. Uh, we are starting a new session, uh, new task today. Just a minute. Yeah. So today is the task. We want to block. We want to block voucher. User cannot create a voucher beyond the limit. Block voucher user wise, amount wise. Let's take one example. A is the admin. Admin can do anything. No blocking. Okay. And D is data entry operator. Data entry operator. So he is allowed sales above 20,000 not allowed. Payment. So like this, just I am taking example here. Payment more than, you can say, 5,000 not allowed. So like this, we are going to code for any voucher type, for any user, how to block. Now, sorry. When you receive any demand from customer, first please make a blueprint of the code. So how you are going to construct, how you are going to uh, take steps. Okay. So first step is, I'm just opening Tally, and here I am disabling my last session's code, and I'm adding here this code. Okay. Block vouchers. Copy, path, paste, enter, save. Now, so what is the first requirement? First requirement is we must have user-wise data. Means our company must have user-wise setup. So in company, I just passing username as admin, A, password is A, control A, save. So admin is there. So admin should not be restricted. Okay. Then users and passwords. D is data entry operator, E is data entry operator, F is data entry operator. Okay. So there are three users. That's it. It is the first requirement. Means we must have user-wise data. User-wise data. Then where you are going to map user and amount for the voucher. So the task is simple, but in chat box tell me where you are going to map, where you can think about this is the perfect place where I can set users and their amounts. Tell me. Now you are a developer. So where you want to set up this? Yes. Please do fast. I want fast chatting. Now you are a developer. You want to become developer, and you are developing user-wise blocking for each voucher. So where you are going to start code? User-wise amount, यूजर को किस जगह पे सेट करने को दोगे आप एज ए डेवलपर? बताओ फटाफट. यूजर लॉगिन. ओके. Suppose user login, in user login you are going to set here user wise password. This is user login. Okay. Here you have to give some option yes, no, and then you have to set uh, payment voucher, sale voucher, receipt voucher, and amount. Okay. That wise. But simply think which data is less comparatively, list of users is less or voucher types are less in data. Means user list is always having 5 or 6 or 10 max, but voucher types are more. Voucher types always by default are 20 plus. So this is very difficult. So you have to come inside of user-wise. Yes, no here, new addition. Then one list will appear: payment, receipt, purchase, sale, cash, bank. Then you are putting amounts. Then again you are doing on e-user. Again same task. F user, again same task. So that will more hectic. So think about short ways. So this is the better solution. Alter a voucher type. So these are voucher types. Okay. Let's take sales is there. Sales is there. Then here you can add one option, yes or no. And if user press yes, then one window will be open. User wise limit setup. Okay. So this is uh, important to know where you want to start your coding. What is the logic? So first I am writing here logic. So in voucher type object, I am now writing object. Okay. Voucher type is object. In that object, okay, because as a developer you must say this object. This is object. Normal user will say this is a voucher type master. Okay. So I can even write here master. And what will happen? One yes no field should be there. Okay. If yes, one form open, then feed user wise limits. So let's do this task first. Let's do this task first. Then we write our theory here and then we write here code also here. So first task is to modify a voucher type. See, once you modify any voucher type, that will be applicable for all voucher types. So don't worry. Okay. So to know here where to add your line, that is by practice you can know, because there are many fields. You can directly type here, see here, VTYP, track additional cost. So let's do by this way. So VTYP common, we can use
काल पण
common.
5 माणसं काही गरज आहे 5 माणसं थांबवायची
सर आवाज म्यूट करा.
आणि एकाच्या माणसांचा शॉर्ट ब्लास्टिंगचा काय संबंध नाही मी काल फोन
This is the problem. People are not understanding. They have to invest 1 hour, but still they are in work. See here, VTYP common narrow. So VTYP common narrow, once you find the field, you will get the line and you will get the part. And that part we want to add one line. Okay. So go into the code, Control J field, VTYP COMM common nar. See here, VTYP common nar field is there. Double click or enter. Now the field is in your hand. Now either you can Control D this. So Tally will show you line on part. Control D. Just Control D. Spelling is automatically considered. 10 number of records I want to search. Find. So what I want to search, I want a line where the line is written. Then I will get where the part is written. And in that part, I will add a line. Step by step and very easily, simple code we are going to do. See here, VTYP common. So how to read this? Here you can read. The field is here. The file name is fields. See here, विशेष टाइप fields. सो जो भी मास्टर के अंदर फील्ड्स होंगे वाउचर टाइप मास्टर के अंदर, उसके फील्ड्स की फाइल है ये. बट आई डोंट वांट दिस फील्ड लाइन. आई वांट लाइन, नॉट फील्ड्स. See here, this is the line because there is a written as field colon long prompt colon VTYP. See here, comma. See, long prompt comma VTYP commission. Allow, I am just zooming it. Allow narration in voucher. See here, allow narration in voucher. So this is the line. Okay. Now I got the line. Now what is requirement? I want where the part is there. What is the part name? So I'm just clearing recording, clear, whatever the search records are there, clear. Now control F also I can use if the part is in the same TDL. Control F. Yes, I think it is fine here. Now see, this is the part. In this part, VTYP behavior, there are lines. Now just copying this. Also you can copy all. It is not required, but you can copy all. Close it. Come in your code. Paste. And don't forget to make a hash mark here because this is modified. Modify part to add line. So here we want to add a line. So there are many lines. We can add at the end, we can add at the beginning, we can add after and before, we can use anything. So let's see, I want to add after narration. Okay, after narration. So what code will be there? Add a line after VTYP common nar. So any line you can take. I just, for example, I am taking this after this line colon colon. Here we can see enable limit, enable limits, copy. Now this code is not required for us. This is done. I can just comment it or delete it. So this is for your reference. So I am just commenting this. Okay. Otherwise, you will not understand from where that line is taken. Line. Now this line enable limits is going to define here. I want field long prompt. Sorry, long. Yeah, that is also PROMPT. No, fields are long prompt and this one enable limits. Okay. Field name and line name may be same, no issue. Even you can use logical field here. So if you want to reduce your coding lines, logical field. Okay, local field, long prompt, set as enable limit wise, user wise, you can say user wise limits question mark. So user will know yes or no, answer should be there. Now I'm just copying this, just I'm entering some lines here. This is readable. Local field, logical field, logic field. So no need to say set as because logical field always have yes no table. Either yes or no is the answer. Okay. So I just want to store that answer somewhere. See here, where tally is using use common nar, control enter देता हूँ मैं यहाँ पे, control click. So there is a field common nar. Okay. I am clicking common nar. So how written by tally? Use logical field. One storage is given. This is logical storage. And set as what is the condition? If VTYP pause invoice, then no, yes, yes, else yes. मतलब अगर pause invoice वाला रहेगा तो ये हमेशा नो रहेगा, अदरवाइज यस रहेगा। आप टैली में करके देखिए। सो इफ दिस इज अ पॉज इनवाइस, देन it will be no, otherwise yes. So suppose I am putting here is a pause invoice. Okay, already you have to create a new voucher type. All the entries are passed, maybe passed here, so cursor is not going here. Okay, so if you create this yes, then automatically common narration will be set as no. So this is already given here, so you have to read how tally is writing a code. So you are also writing by same way. So what I have done here, logical field, I just want to store storage. Okay, UDF, or other you can say yes, no UDF, enable limit, copy system UDF, yes, no UDF. UDF is user defined fields. So something you are going to insert in the code, carry default code. So data type will be logical because that is having containing yes or no only, not a string, not a number. So you can give any number. Let's take 4200. This number is not a having logic, only have some index. Okay. So column number, database column number. Like in Excel, A, B, C, D are column. So which column you are going to put your data? So in 4200 column, I am going to put my data. Okay. So save. And as my practice, I am always doing this. Local, not necessary, local field default. This is my practice. Book color blue. Because what happens, I will show you. Refresh. Now see, one line is added. So because of color is given to the line, uh, I can talk to customer, my customer, and I am saying just see where is the blue color line. Otherwise, it will be mixed up with tally default code. So no one can understood it is by default or it is added by someone developers. Okay. So this line is added because of I am saying here default fields, all field default means all fields in this line will have color blue. Now this first task is completed. Varsha madam, late joining. Please वेळेवर join कर जा. So first task is completed to add a field, a line where user will enable whether he want a list of user wise blocking. Okay, only this one did done. Now when I press here yes or no, suppose I am pressing here yes, one window should be opened. Okay, so in this logical field I have to write a code. Here I can just comment for you. Add one report to open for entering user wise limits. See, first we are going to add user wise limits in the voucher type. Then it may be you are going to lock the voucher, you want to block your printing, that also possible. User A have 20,000 limit, then he cannot print vouchers more than 20,000 amount. अगर किसी को प्रिंटिंग ब्लॉक करना है, डिलीटिंग ब्लॉक करना है, जस्ट एग्जांपल, आई डोंट वांट टू डिलीट वाउचर बाय यूजर विच आर मोर देन हिज लिमिट. तो 20,000 लिमिट है तो 20,000 के ऊपर के वाउचर डिलीट नहीं कर पाएगा, 20,000 के अंदर के डिलीट कर पाएगा, अल्टर कर पाएगा, क्रिएट कर पाएगा, एनीथिंग यू कैन डू, बट फर्स्ट यूजर वाइज लिमिट शुड बी गिवन. Okay, so this form we are going to add here. So what we are going to code here, local field, logical field. Okay, subform, 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 which form, which report should be open? Let's see. report user limits, any name you can give. When should be open? Suppose I am not writing here anything, third parameter. तो yes रहेगा तो भी ओपन होगा, नो रहेगा तो भी ओपन होगा. So here I have to write when dollar value means whatever value in the logical field. अगर yes रहेगा तो यहाँ पे yes राइट होगा, मीन्स सब फॉर्म ओपन होगा. अगर नो रहेगा तो सब फॉर्म ओपन नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पे बोल रहे हैं सब फॉर्म नो. ओके. नाउ हाउ यू विल गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड what to write here and what is the parameters. So here in the definition, you can go inside of field, you can see the subform field attribute. Subform is there, see here. Subform have a dual list. Dual list मतलब यहाँ पे दो आएंगे, 1 and 2. After subform you have to write some one parameter and two parameter. What is the first parameter? Attribute, sub attribute 1. See here, I'm just selecting in the blue color. I'm showing here report to be triggered when enter key is hit. अगर एंटर प्रेस होगा उसके ऊपर तो कौन सा रिपोर्ट खुलेगा, वो रिपोर्ट का नाम देना है. व्हाट इज द सेकंड पैरामीटर हियर? कंडीशन ऑन विच द फॉर्म विल बी ट्रिगर्ड. और वो क्या चाहता है? लॉजिकल. सी हियर डेटा टाइप विल बी लॉजिकल. एंड सी हियर इन फर्स्ट पैरामीटर रेफर टू अ रिपोर्ट. इट इज अ रिपोर्ट. मैंडेटरी है क्या? यस. कांस्टेंट भी है? यस. ये क्या है? लॉजिक. ये है अपना मैंडेटरी नहीं है. देखो यस और नो नहीं रहेगा तो भी खुल जाएगा रिपोर्ट, नहीं रखोगे तो भी. बट हमें क्या चाहिए? इफ द वैल्यू इज यस इन द लॉजिकल फील्ड देन ओनली रिपोर्ट शुड बी ओपन. ओके. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन सेल्स वाउचर टाइप आई वांट लिमिट वाइज लॉकिंग, and payment voucher type I don't want limit wise locking. So this way. Now I'm just copying this report name. If now I'm going to enter in tally, it will exit from tally because report is not defined. See, ये रिपोर्ट अगर डिफाइन ही नहीं है और अगर मैं कोड यहाँ पे रन करता हूँ अभी रिफ्रेश करके, तो टैली से एग्जिट हो जाएगा. टैली विल शो मी एरर दैट रिपोर्ट इज नॉट फाउंड. ओके. सो जस्ट आई एम राइटिंग अ रिपोर्ट हियर. रिपोर्ट टू accept user wise limits bracket report bracket close. Report have form we know. Okay. Again form have part. Same name I am typing here. So to save our time, part defined here. Part have lines. One line is for title, user and amount, and second line will be repeated. Okay. See, understand here step by step. Line. First line is TITLLINE, title line. DTLLINE, detail line. Okay. And you can also use user wise detail line, user wise title line, whatever. Next. And line is, first line is title line. It have field. And second have detail line. Just wait. We are going to write here fields. That is also having fields. Two fields we want, username and amount. So I can say here u name, u limit, u name, u limit. Okay. So same I am going to copy here. Or you can, as a fresh learner, we can use different what you can say fields. Okay, no issue. You have to use same fields by two way, and again you are going to modify local, not required. So I am just doing as a fresher, as a newcomer. Okay. So I will type here, just a minute. I am type here u name, title, you limit, title. Okay. Defining fields, you name, title. This field will be use name field. Okay. And set as username. Okay. Then second field is user title. And here you have to write a skip yes, because this is title only. User will not going to enter here. वो field skip होना चाहिए ना. Again, this is the name field and set as limit. Skip yes. यूजर को वहां पे एंटर नहीं करना है. नाउ दिस टू फील्ड्स, field you name. Okay, this is use name field. This is name field. And now user want a list of table. Okay, user table and storage. So first I'm going to store this. Store UDF user. Okay, table. So first I am not writing here a table. Let us see what happens, and then we one by one add. You limit. You limit. You limit is the amount field. Okay, amount field, and storage is the UDF limit. So we have two storages. So here we are typing system colon UDF. First is UDF. It will string. Username is a string ABCD. So string will be 4220. Any you can give. It is not a big issue. Randomly, I'm just taking. This is the amount. Amount field have amount always. 4221. That's it. First we are doing this, testing this. Okay. Save. And let's move to the tally. Just I'm refreshing the code. Sales. See here, the value is no. I am putting here enter. What happens? One form is not going to open. But if value is yes, enter. One form is going to open. Why this is happening? Because here we write subform table डॉलर वैल्यू. अगर मैं यहाँ पे डॉलर वैल्यू को कमेंट करता हूँ, इफ आई एम कमेंटिंग दिस, व्हाट हैपेंस? Now, even though these values are no, form will be open. Even the value is yes, form will open. So please understand why this has to given. I can write here yes or no also. By another way, I can give formula. If he is not owner, if username is a, login user is name, whatever. But that is not a correct way. हम अलग अलग यूजर के हिसाब से कोडिंग नहीं कर सकते. यूजर ए होगा, बी होगा, जेड होगा, किसे पता. कोई भी यूजर हो, अगर यहाँ पे यस होता है तो हम फॉर्म ओपन करेंगे. ओके, सो चलो यहां तक हो गया. अब फॉर्म को यस करते हैं. अब यूजर, यहाँ पे यूजर का कैसे टाइप करेंगे? तो ऐसे थोड़े टाइप करेंगे तो स्टोर हो जाएगा. बट यूजर, इस नाम का यूजर का है. जैसे मैंने सागर लिया, सागर. सो देर इज नो एनी यूजर इन माई डेटाबेस एज सागर. एंड हाउ आई विल नो the person who is using the TDL, how he is going to know what is the name of user? So here I have to give one table of user list. Okay, so let's see in the field. Where is the field? The field is here, UDF. Okay, username. Type here table. Which table we want? You want a list of users. So Control J. See the collection. Always see here there are many definition. card, form, line, key, button, field, system formula, system UDF, you can say, color definitions. Okay, there are many definitions, but any list is going to store in collections. Collection. So here I am typing user, user. See, so user have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lists. So by practice, you will know which is the you can say uh, particularly useful for you. Let's see user action list not required. User list 1 and 2. What is list 1 and 2? Let's see. Enter. See, this is original code. How you are going to know this is original code? See in the name of the code. .tdl is there. And when you are going to create development from your side, it is .txt. See here. Our code is .txt. Their code is .tdl. And you cannot edit anything here. You cannot delete this. See, you cannot do anything. So, user list, type user list of a company, which is now open, active company. Okay. And what they are fetching, name and security. What is user list 2? Object owner name and name means अगर ओनर जो है कंपनी के डेटा के उनका लिस्ट आएगा इसमें, तो हमें ये वाला चाहिए यूजर लिस्ट 1. जस्ट कॉपी दिस. सो वी नीड नॉट टू develop our own collection. Yes, also we want in the list end of list. Okay, end of list. So end of list, why I will tell you. And when the table should be show display. Okay, show table when value is empty. If value is empty, then table will be opened. This is not compulsory. For better user experience, you have to mention this. Now see if no, table will not open. If yes, that report is open. Now see, end of list is there and D, E, F are coming. Okay, but see the title for the collection is end of list. That is wrong. So properly we have to give a title for our table. Okay, so we can do there are many ways. You can do by your own collection here. See, collection my users, use user list, title select user, and my user I am going to set here. See, my users is using user list. ओके, वही यूज कर रहा है वो, पर टाइटल देने के लिए मुझे ये करना पड़ा. यहाँ पे भी हम लिख सकते थे लोकल कलेक्शन यूजर लिस्ट 1 टाइटल, ऐसे भी लिख सकते थे. बट एक इनिशियल स्टेज में हम थोड़ा सिंपल कोडिंग करेंगे. चलो अब देखते हैं यहाँ पे. यस किया. यस, सिलेक्ट यूजर आ गया टाइटल में. नाउ सपोज यूजर इज सिलेक्टेड डी. ओके, and limit is given 25,000. So how second user is going to appear here? दूसरा यूजर कैसे आएगा यहाँ पे? एक ही लाइन दिया आपने, मतलब यहाँ पे एंटर करेंगे तो ऑब्जेक्ट सेव हो जाएगा. ये देखो सेव हो गया. अब देखो सेव हो गया, दूसरा ऐड करना है, यहाँ पे ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. सो वी हैव टू मेक इट रिपीटेड. द लाइन शुड बी रिपीटेड ओवर अ कलेक्शन. एक कलेक्शन के ऊपर लाइन रिपीट होना चाहिए. जैसे डी के बाद ई हो सकता है, एफ हो सकता है, कोई भी यूजर ले सकते हो. नहीं चाहिए तो एंड ऑफ लिस्ट करके नेक्स्ट सेव कर सकते हो. ठीक है, तो अब हम यहाँ पे सीखेंगे. एक टॉपिक हमने सीखा था, वन टॉपिक इज देयर एग्रीगेट यूडीएफ. ओके, सो देयर आर 2 यूडीएफ्स. ओके, आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग हियर aggregate of users. Any name you can give. Just type here aggregate give any definition index. Now this is my collection. Automatically this is a collection. No need to write a separate object, separate collection, separate table. I am just copy this, and in my part, where is my part? This is my part, title and detail line. I'm just writing here, repeat DTLLINE, detail line. This line will be repeated over that aggregate collection, and that will be scroll vertical. Sorry, colon vertical, and it should be stopped. It should be stopped repeating. वो जितना रिपीट होता रहेगा होने दो, बट कब रुकेगा? रुकेगा कब? Break on. Repeating should be breaked on when is end of list. Is end of list. Is end of list मतलब जो डेफिनेशन सिलेक्ट किया, अगर वो एंड ऑफ लिस्ट है, कहाँ पे सिलेक्ट किया हमने? यहाँ पे इस टेबल में, यूडीएफ यूजर में. ओके, you can write by like this way, or you can also write by hash field name, hash uname. That is also possible, no issue. So I am writing here note for you, repeated over collection of users and breaking repetition if value is end of list. See, when you are selecting items in the sales invoice, purchase invoice, then you are selecting end of list. So repeating is stopped. Then it is going to the CGST AGST ledger. Now C, save, value selected, yes. Now D have 5,000 limit, E have 6,000 limit, F have 7,000 limit, and if the value is end of list, see, वो अगर मैं यहाँ पे end of list प्रेस करता हूँ एंटर, तो रिपीटेशन ब्रेक हो गया, देखो थम गया. बट एंड ऑफ लिस्ट को सिलेक्ट करके जाता हूं तो वहां पे भी कर्सर नहीं जाना चाहिए. दिस फील्ड आल्सो इनएक्टिव. ओके, सो हियर I have to use the same code, break on this to my limit amount. Instead of break on, here I am using inactive. Inactive, when it will be active? Inactive if is end of list in that field. Let's see. See, now when I select here end of list, cursor is directly cursor is not jumping on the limit field. See, directly form is accepted, right? Now let's move to the payment voucher. Payment voucher, I am pressing here yes, selecting D. D have limit for payment 15,000, E have 16,000. I don't want F for limit. F is allowed to make payment of any amount. End of list, accept. First task is completely done. This is the big task only. Actually, I am just zoom out and I will show you total code. See here. Total code is this. In voucher type, we added one line after narration. Line have some yes, no logic. If that value is yes, then one report will be going to open. That report have form have part have line. Lines are two lines. One is for title, one is for detail object storage. That line is repeated over one collection. मेरे पास बहुत सारे यूजर है, तो वो यूजर के ऊपर वो लाइन आना चाहिए. तो एक एग्रीगेट वीडियो बना दिया. ठीक है, लाइन ब्रेक होगा अगर इसके अंदर एंड ऑफ लिस्ट होगा, इस फील्ड के अंदर या स्टोरेज के अंदर. सो Basic title line is here, detail line is here, and UDFs are here. Simple. So for your understanding, I can write here, this is detail line. Here you can write, this is storage. And to understand, I'm just writing here, this is simple UDF. Okay. This is also simple UDF. And this is aggregate UDF. Simple UDF means values. Okay. String value A to Z. A to Z, 0 to 9, whatever. Amount value. Amount values are always 0 to 9. And this is combination of combo of both UDF. UDF 1 and 2. Whatever. First and second. Okay, that's it. I think this is the first task we have completed. Now we are doing simple control. This is very interesting part and very small code. You can write in 2-3 lines. Okay. Now the part is blocking vouchers not to allow create by that user above that limit. Okay, you specific user, whatever is there in the list, log into the Tally company, and he is trying to make invoice. That invoice should be blocked. Now, अगर मुझे ब्लॉक करना है तो कहाँ ब्लॉक करोगे? द सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज, फर्स्ट मैंने पूछा था कि कहाँ पे ऐड करोगे. नाउ द सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज, अगर मुझे ब्लॉक करना है किसी वाउचर को तो मैं कहाँ पे ब्लॉक करोगे? ये वाउचर हुआ मेरा, मुझे यहाँ पे बताओ कहाँ पे ब्लॉक करोगे आप? कहाँ से आगे नहीं जाना चाहिए, कहाँ पे रुकना चाहिए? वेयर शुड बी द एरर शुड बी शोन? बताओ. फर्स्ट चैट बॉक्स में फर्स्ट डाल दो. Suppose B is going to log in, D is going to log in, then where you are going to prompt a message कि भाई ये तेरा नहीं होने वाला है वाउचर, या रुक जाओ वाउचर होने वाला ही नहीं है, एंट्री नहीं होने वाला है. वेयर यू आर गोइंग टू ब्लॉक दिस वाउचर? सी, यू कैनॉट रिस्ट्रिक्ट यूजर टू एंटर द वाउचर मेनू. वाउचर मेनू के अंदर तो जाना चाहिए, जब उसकी अमाउंट की टोटल लिमिट के ऊपर जाएगी तब रुकना चाहिए. तो कहाँ पे होगा ये? क्या यहाँ पे होगा, या यहाँ पे होगा फर्स्ट टेबल पे, या यहाँ पे होगा? कहाँ पे डालोगे आप कंट्रोल? जस्ट मिनट. चैट बॉक्स एज यूजल. ओके, रामाराजू सर ओनली रिप्लाइंग ऑलवेज. सी, amount. Okay, you are writing as a amount. So amount is not single amount na, in Tally. In a voucher there are multiple amounts. Like cash payment is there, sundry expenditure amount 2000, then petrol expenditure amount 2000, salary expenditure amount 5000. So I will take multiple amounts here. So if you are doing on amount, control on amount, it is not a single amount, it may be multiple amounts. You cannot say control on amount. Suppose you are controlling on the first amount, that will be less than 20,000, limit is 20,000. So when the total is cumulated, the total is cumulated at the end. See here, suppose I am typing here sundry expenditure. See, total is not calculated. Amount is the field. You cannot set lock here because I don't want single ledger. Huh. But when you can limit this, if you want amount wise locking for each ledger. Okay, then total, correct, total amount. So in short, total amount, see here, I am typing here 5,000 sundry expenditure. Okay, and let's see salary. Salary I am typing at 75,000. Now it is 80,000. Now interesting part is My cursor is not moving on amount. So how we should control? See, my cursor is not going on the amount. Total amount is not in your hand. That field is not in your hand to control, to block, to lock. So please understand where you can lock. So this form is known as voucher. See, my cursor is. If my cursor is here, tally showing me one tooltip in yellow color. See voucher. The tooltip is showing as yellow color. Okay. So I'm writing here square bracket hash. I am writing here form voucher. See, I want to control full form. Okay. I want to control full form. Here I am typing here control. बोलते ना कंट्रोल मजनू कंट्रोल भाई कंट्रोल करो ओके सो लेट्स सी we know in last session control first parameter is system formula. So I can type here my locking formula colon condition. Okay, so condition also is dollar amount. See, in the case of voucher, the dollar amount is not representing amount of each ledger. किसी एक लेजर का अमाउंट प्रेजेंट नहीं कर रहा है. डॉलर अमाउंट इज टोटल अमाउंट. This one okay. When you are saving a voucher, the last value of the voucher, last value is the last amount of the voucher is the total amount. So that is stored as the amount in voucher object. But this amount is stored in the ledger object, ledger entry. Ledger entry. The structure subject topic I have already taken in the second and third session. These are ledger entries. This is cost center allocation. This is narration. If you are writing here description for ledger, this is description object. This is price. This is cost centers. Okay. So everywhere is the object and methods. So amount is not representing single amount. Dollar amount is present for this last amount. Okay. So in code I am writing here dollar amount. Dollar amount greater than. Let's take example. By hand I am writing here 10,000. This is called as hard coded for testing purpose. अगर मेरी अमाउंट 10,000 के ऊपर होती है तो उसने ये मैसेज दिखाना है. चलो मैसेज राइट करते हैं यहाँ पे. सिस्टम फॉर्मूला मैसेज क्या होगा? नॉट अलाउड. ओके. फर्स्ट इसको चेक करते हैं फिर हम अपने कोड को रिपेयर करेंगे. चलो हम इसको स्किप करते हैं. लेट अस रिफ्रेश योर कोड. वाउचर लेट्स सी कैश सैलरी लिया हमने यहाँ पे सैलरी. लेट्स टेक 15,000 इंटर. सी नॉट अलाउड. इट मीन्स our code is perfect, our writing is correct, no spelling mistake is there, and voucher is not going to store. See, again enter, again enter, again enter. Voucher is not going to store. It is controlling the whole product, whole voucher. Now, instead of 10,000, we want our own amount. That is the crux of code. So this is the simple code. Now you have to make sure your attention with the session. अभी आप सबको यहाँ पे ध्यान देना है, यहाँ पे मिस नहीं करना है. यही सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूला होगा कि मेरा कोड रन कैसे होने वाला है. ये सब जो लिखा हमने यहाँ पर उसका सही मायने में यूसेज यहाँ पे होने वाला है. सो ये 10,000 तो हाथ से लिखा तो एवरी टाइम थोड़े हम हाथ से लिखेंगे. हमें बहुत सारा चीज इसमें करना है. अभी 4 लाइन होगा बट इंपॉर्टेंट होगा. ठीक है. तो हम यहाँ पे लिखते हैं डॉलर डॉलर यूजर सॉरी माय यूजर लिमिट. माय यूजर लिमिट होगा क्या? सिस्टम फॉर्मूला. नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. first thing I must check my user is equal to, suppose I am just shut the company, shut this company, okay, shut the company. Again, the company is going to open. Now user is D. User is D. Now I have to first cross check. I have to tell tally भाई पहले चेक करो जो यूजर से लॉगिन हुआ है, जो यूजर से लॉगिन हुआ है वही उस वाउचर टाइप के अंदर वाला यूजर है क्या. Suppose F is going to enter, so F is not blocked, A is not blocked. So how you are going to write? See here, the method dollar where is user list and limit is stored. Username and user limit is stored in the voucher type object. See, voucher type of this is voucher type part is defined in that form, that was voucher type object. Okay, I can write here also alter voucher type ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, सो हमने यहाँ पे लिखा था वाउचर टाइप ऑब्जेक्ट में. ठीक है, सो आई वांट टू ब्लॉक ब्रैकेट, ओपन ब्रैकेट लिखा है हमने यहाँ पे वाउचर. कौन सा वाउचर? एसवी वाउचर टाइप. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज एसवी वाउचर टाइप. when you are opening any voucher, suppose payment is there, then you are pressing F6, receipt is there, journal is there, sales is there. So how tally is knowing this is the sales, this is the purchase? Because there is a variable called a SV voucher type. SV is the system variable. सिस्टम वेरिएबल वाउचर टाइप जो भी रहेगा, सिस्टम वेरिएबल वाउचर टाइप ये वहां से चेक करेगा. ठीक है, सो आई विल जस्ट elaborate it later. Okay, just finish the code first. I'm just telling to the system formula to check current voucher, sorry, not a voucher here, voucher type, TYP. Okay, voucher type, if the comma is system voucher type means sales. वाउचर टाइप कौन सा लेना है? सेल्स. एसवी वाउचर टाइप में वैल्यू हो गया मेरा सेल्स. अगर ये फाइव दबा था तो एसवी वाउचर टाइप हो जाता पेमेंट. सो पेमेंट के वाउचर टाइप में जाना है डॉट, सॉरी स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में डॉट, इसके अंदर जाना है एग्रीगेट यूडीएफ के अंदर. सो गो इन साइड ऑफ एग्रीगेट यूडीएफ, उसमें भी फर्स्ट यूजर लेना है स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट वन फर्स्ट वाला लेना है. दैट शुड बी इक्वल टू यूजर नेम विच इज लॉग्ड इन. कंपनी का यूजर जो है अभी करंट, उसका नाम और इस एग्रीगेट यूजर की जो लिस्ट है उसका नाम मैच होना चाहिए. सो फर्स्ट यूजर कॉमा again system formula. You can write here like this also, you can write here directly code also, but it will be slightly difficult to understand for newcomers. So I am writing here system formula @ same user square bracket complete means first user जो ये फॉर्मूला ट्रू करेगा, फॉलो करेगा, डॉट डॉट उसका लिमिट, उसका लिमिट मुझे यहाँ पे चाहिए. अब ये फॉर्मूला के डिफाइन कर देने तो एरर देगा. यहाँ पे मुझे चाहिए डॉलर डॉलर सीएमपी यूजर नेम, कंपनी का यूजर नेम अगर मेरी यूडीएफ नेम से यूडीएफ नेम से मैच होता है. See, understand. I will elaborate. Don't worry. I am just showing you the result, and I will elaborate you for your information. Don't worry. So I'm just zooming this. See, understand the code. Control my voucher means show this formula, not allowed formula. Agar this is the condition, my amount is great, voucher amount is greater than my amount. What is my amount? What is my amount? Voucher type master which have current voucher name, sales, purchase, receipt, payment, whatever is there. In that dot, dot means go inside of aggregate UDF, and aggregate UDF have multiple username D, E, F. So first वाला जो सिलेक्ट करना है, फर्स्ट यूजर which is करंट कंपनी यूजर नेम. सो डी ने लॉगिन किया है तो ई का लिमिट नहीं लगना चाहिए. आपका शो हुआ है एक साथ, तो एक ही यूजर लॉगिन करेगा एक कंप्यूटर में. अगर ये सिस्टम सही होता है तो उसके अंदर का लिमिट पकड़ लो. ठीक है. सो हम इसको सेव करते हैं और एक काम करते हैं, नॉट अलाउड अबव, अबव लिखते हैं, प्लस ये अमाउंट होता है तो हम स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट करेंगे इस अमाउंट को. तो हमें पता भी चलना चाहिए कितनी लिमिट के ऊपर का अलाउड नहीं है. नॉट चेक working or not, or any error is there. So let's first check what is the limit. Okay, I don't know limit. Okay, so in message box tally will show me itself limit. Voucher, cash, salary 25,000. So tally showing me not allowed above 15,000, means my user is not allowed to make entry above 50,000. So let's check for 12,000. Entry stored. ओके. सो लेट्स सी बाय यूजर ई. शट करते हैं इसको. लॉगिन बाय यूजर ई. वाउचर, कैश, एनी एक्सपेंडिचर, sundry expenditure, let's take 2,500, and salary expenditure, let's take 36,000. So I don't know what is the limit. 15,000. So not allowed, sorry, 16,000. User E have 16,000. Okay. Now let's do one more task. उस यूजर को भी पता चलना चाहिए कि उसका लिमिट क्या है इस वाउचर के लिए. ओके. सेल्स के लिए कितना है, परचेस के लिए कितना है. तो यहाँ पे एक विंडो ऐड कर लेते हैं. जस्ट मिनट. अपना फॉर्म का आएगा, वाउचर का फॉर्म ये था. ठीक है. इसके अंदर एक ऐड करते हैं. ऐड पार्ट नहीं, सॉरी, line. We can add, what we can do, local part. Yeah, local part, VCH narration, add line, add line. I want to add a line before in the VCH part, VCH narration part. Add line at beginning. So beginning, at beginning, at beginning, show limit, show limits. Okay. And this line I'm going to define here. Show limit. Field is name field, and locally field value set as set as uh, limit allowed for you. Okay. Yeah, shortcut. Limit allowed colon this one, and I just use this formula. I have to convert it as a string because this is amount. Okay. String colon at the rate formula. And I will make this as a red color. This field as a red color. Local field, name field, color as red. Now see, tally showing one line. Limit allowed 16,000. Okay. Let's see for sales F8. Limit allowed 6,000. Okay. So see, let's say payment, purchase. So purchase को हमने limit नहीं दिया है. So limit is not showing. Okay. I'm just going to the admin, set company, login by admin A, alter the voucher type. Let's say purchase. Purchase. I want to disallow purchase also. User D, limit is 1 lakh. User E, limit is 2 lakh. Save. Now let's see by user D, shut the company. User D logged in. Vouchers. See, purchase 1 lakh. Now user is knowing above which limit he cannot pass entry. So before he make entry, he will show that he can make entry below 1 lakh. So this is the very simple code. Now you can ask your queries what you are not understanding. I think this is the crux of code, and here you have some doubts. Please write in chat box, so I will answer this. Whether you are understanding this or not. What happens? सब कुछ ही हो गया. See, I will share one logic. But understand how Tally is writing this. What happens when you are saying D is data entry operator? See here, menus are hidden. Automatically alter menu यहाँ पे है ही नहीं. Because D is data entry operator. Okay. So D cannot going to see balance sheet, profit and loss account. So how Tally is going to know this is the user having some rights restricted? Suppose in user security level, you write that data entry operator cannot be make purchase entry. Okay, that is in your hand. You can block user. Okay, so this is absolutely right by Tally by this way. So we are going to close the session, but I want to response from your side whether it is understandable, it is difficult. No questions, no queries. So Ramaraju sir, clever student of the batch. Done. So this way, user-wise blocking of voucher type we have finished. I hope this is useful for your understanding. Now you can use this code. I will provide this code, but please understand why this is writing, why this is writing, why this is writing, what is the meaning of this type of writing, what is the show table on empty, what are their major options. There may be on blank. See here, just you are typing one, two characters. There are options. Always is there. So सी ऑलवेज शो टेबल ऑलवेज. सो ऑलवेज वहां पे फिगर होगा कि नहीं होगा, ये वहां पे एक टेबल आएगा ही वो. सो ऑन ब्लैंक, ऑन एम्प्टी, so you can use this. So I am sharing the code, also I am sharing the video recording. I will expecting from your side you will develop some another course for using this logic फॉर यूजर एक्सपीरियंस. सो अलग अलग यूजर्स के लिए जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगा, सो अब आपको कहीं पे पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू कैन आस्क योर सेल्फ वेदर यू कैन डेवलप इट और नॉट. अब खुद को ही पूछ लो कि ये डेवलप कर सकते कि नहीं. यूज केस क्या होगा इसका, एक यूज केस बना के दिखाओ, बता के दिखाता हूँ. लेट्स एग्जाम्पल, कोई पार्टी है यहाँ पे, कोई पार्टी है यहाँ पे, एंड यू वांट टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट दैट पार्टी. यू वांट टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट दैट पार्टी, नॉट टू not to pass any entry if his outstanding amount is more than 10 lakh, 2 lakh और 5 lakh. अगर इस बंदे का क्लोजिंग बैलेंस जो भी रहेगा, अब ये जब यहाँ पे देखो 5,000 है, सो अगर उसका बैलेंस 50,000 के ऊपर जा रहा है, उसकी एंट्री नहीं होनी चाहिए. सो दिस इज वेरी सिंपल. वी हैव डेवलप्ड some you can say it's critical for newcomers, but मैंने ट्राई तो किया है कि जो सिंपल सिंपल लॉजिक से आपको सिखाऊं. ओके. So at the end, just in 1 minute, I will recap this because this is the crux of code. So ये फॉर्मूला क्या बोलता है यहाँ पे, सेम यूजर, कुछ भी लिखो यहाँ पे, नाम यही होना चाहिए बस. CMP यूजर नेम मीन्स जिसने अंदर आया है लॉगिन करके, ये यहाँ पे आ जाता है CMP यूजर नेम. डी से आ गए तो दिस आंसर इज डी. ई से आ गए तो दिस आंसर इज ई. सो आई वांट टू दिस इज इक्वल टू उस वाउचर टाइप के अंदर जो लिस्ट हमने बनाई है उसके अंदर वो होना चाहिए. तो दोनों अगर मैच होता है तो उसका ही लिमिट लेगा वो. डी इज इक्वल टू डी, देन डी का लिमिट लेगा. ई इज इक्वल टू डी नहीं हो सकता है, तो ई इज इक्वल टू ई होगा तो ई के सामने वाला ही लिमिट लेगा वो. पहला वाला ऐसा यूजर जो ई इज इक्वल टू ई हुआ, मतलब ई कंफर्म हो गया कि ई इज द यूजर. उस लिस्ट में तो 4 यूजर है, डी ई एफ, तो वहां से ई कोई कैसे उठाना है, बिकॉज CMP यूजर का जो नाम है वो मेरे यूजर के साथ टैली होना चाहिए. ओके, उसमें से फर्स्ट वाला, मतलब ये भी इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट है. सो टैली हैव सम लॉजिक. आई एम जस्ट क्लोजिंग इन 1 minute, जस्ट वेट. सी हियर, इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट ये है, अगर मैंने डी को 5,000 लिमिट दिया है और किसी बंदे ने वापस यहाँ पे डी लिया, वापस डी लिया, सो कौन सा लिमिट उसने यूज करना चाहिए, विच इज द लिमिट, फर्स्ट वन. सी द फर्स्ट वन, not last one. So the first is there. In that list, select first one, which is username is equal to my stored username. This one. कंपनी के अंदर जो बंदा आया है डी, तो डी नाम मिल गया. डी इसके साथ मैच होना चाहिए, डी ई के साथ नहीं मैच होगा डी. सो 75,000 नहीं लेगा, ये तीन में से पकड़ेगा, तीन में से पहला पकड़ेगा फर्स्ट वन. लास्ट लिखते तो ये पकड़ता, लास्ट लिखते तो ये पकड़ता. ठीक है. फिर वाउचर टाइप के अंदर कौन सा वाउचर टाइप, विच इज करंटली इन SV वाउचर टाइप. ठीक है, दैट्स इट, फिनिश. So I'm just closing the session. I hope you will do the practice and you will make some another codes and show me this code is done by you. Okay. I'm just closing the session.